Ah yes, Hollywood. The biggest propaganda machine the world has ever seen. The best brainwashing tool of the elites who produce those movies, and lately losing money by the billions on their worthless blockbuster productions because people realize that Hollywood is out of ideas and their movies becoming worse and worse with each new dawn. Ah, such a beautiful sight to behold. You see, in order to brainwash someone, you need to be a great salesman, and Hollywood has that in spades. You know, the Weinstein types, the Spielberg types, the Cohen types, the Bruckheimer types, the Moritz types, the Schneider types, the Hoffman types, the Woody types, or the Polanski types. You know, guys who have something in common. No, not that, you anti-Semitic pig! I meant they're all sex offenders!
But what's the difference?
See, this is why we're getting banned! Humans react according to their emotions. If you know how to bend their emotional strings, they will be your slave forever. In order to sell a lie to your audience, you need to make it very convincing. In order to implement a subliminal message into your audience's brains, you need to be careful not to spell it out for them, at least not at first. And then you need to tell it in a very subtle manner through images. You don't even need dialogue. And of course, to stamp it into your gullible audience's mind, you need to repeat it over and over and over and over again. Hollywood are the masters of deception. They love so much to make you feel guilty about a certain event that totally happened during the 40s in Europe, an event so undeniably true they put you in jail 3 years in 20 different countries if you question it. Hollywood has milked the World War II and the hologram subject so much you might think they are Riley Reid. Guilt is a very powerful emotion, and Hollywood are masters of making you feel this way, or as today's youngsters call it, gaslighting. Let's break down the major topics that Hollywood has aggressively pushed down the throats of their gullible audiences' minds throughout the years. The interracial agenda. If Blacked, Hub, or OnlyFans didn't convince your daughter or son that they should date a person with, let's say, a different complexion, be sure that Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Hollywood as a whole will do just that. Just don't look up the ethnicity of the owners of Blacked, Hub, and OnlyFans. Or any other Hollywood producer for that matter. Yeah, don't look it up. You won't find anything these guys have in common. Trust me. This agenda has been pushed for many decades at this point. Finding a racially realistic couple in a movie is like finding Woody Allen not in the 10-feet proximity of a kindergarten. You know, I'm a very lazy video editor. Do I need to make a short montage of interracial couples in Hollywood movies? Alright, Here's a short montage with me singing the a cappella version of Mr. Blue Sky by the Electric Light Orchestra because of stupid YouTube copyright laws. Tan 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 tan, sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in the sight. Now that no one laughed at my stupid little joke earlier, let's discuss the next propaganda topic. The anti-family agenda. If Sex in the City brainwashed an entire generation of Gen X women to pursue their hedonistic pleasures and careers, then in the past 10 years you need to go out of your way in the search of a movie where there's a functional family. Just like Tom Hanks went out of his way to book his flight to the Epstein Island. How many times have you seen in a movie where the female protagonist is either single, a girl boss, or a lesbian? I'll tell ya, in every damn movie, how many times have you seen the protagonist of a movie given blue balls by the love interest just for them to stay single at the end of the movie? Don't mistaken this for any artistic choice about those scripts. This agenda is made to deconstruct the family unit, to plant it into the gullible audience's mind this very idea that you should stay single forever and never settle down. The white people bad agenda. If the multiracial cast members of the latest goy slop they call a movie is encountering any obstacle, is because of white people. If the world is on fire, is because of white people. If the stock market is down, is because of white people. If an asteroid hits Earth, is because of white people. I don't think I need to provide another stupid montage to explain my point. Just watch any Netflix movie ever and you'll get what I mean. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Just like seeing Harvey Weinstein naked. Ugh, that shit stays with you forever. The promiscuity agenda. How many times have you seen a pointless sex scene that drives the plot nowhere? How many times have you seen the independent woman type who sleeps with 20 different men throughout the course of the series? How many times have you seen characters bragging about their body count and that trend spreading throughout social media and also real life? Well, since Hollywood made you think that being a literal whore is a flex, regardless of your gender. The violence desensitization agenda. Well, I don't need to show any footage with how casually violent and gory Hollywood movies are because all of you folks are well aware of this fact. And also because YouTube will demonetize my channel forever if I do so. Now, there's no secret that Hollywood movies became more and more violent with each consecutive decade, but I have a theory. Call it a tinfoil hat conspiracy theory. I personally think that Hollywood has purposefully made movies more and more violent with each decade in order to desensitize us. Subliminally, of course, giving the courage of weak-minded individuals to commit crimes. I mean, the crime statistics kinda speak for themselves. To make children desensitized to violence so that when they grow up, they will join the next military intervention. That's war for you dummies. So that they become psychopaths, because this is a well-known fact that psychopaths make the best soldiers. Don't get me wrong, I'm not some conservative cockhold who says video games and movies make our children violent. I always watch violent movies because, Well, because they're fun! But someone with a less developed prefrontal cortex might act out on their impulses and their thoughts. But you know, that's just me thinking out loud. The anti-nation and anti-European agenda. How many times have you seen in the past 20 years, let's say, where the bad guy is white and the hero is any other race in existence? Well, I tell ya, the latest dumpster fire G20, starring Viola Davis, charming, where the whole plot is the bad guys are white and the good guys are the black presidential family. Bro, you can't get any more blatantly anti-white than this. How many times have you seen a movie where the villains are nationalists and the heroes are a multiracial, multicultural group? Now, there's no secret that war is bad. Just ask the 90 million men who died in World War II. But you see, Hollywood focuses on a specific tiny group of people of 271 people who mostly died of typhus, exaggerating that number to 6 gorillion, and making 150 movies each year to propagate this blatant lie. What's the reason why all those movies are being made over and over again on the same damn subject? Perhaps it's because most Hollywood producers are members of that specific tiny group of people? Who knows? You know, there's a smart guy who said this quote: repeat a lie 1,000,000 times and it becomes the truth. For the life of me, I can't quite remember the name of that guy. Trivia! Who said this quote? Cinema is our greatest weapon. I'll give you a minute. If you said that the glorious leader of the Soviet Union, Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov, stage name Lenin, said this quote, then you are correct. No, that's not a joke. Literally, Lenin said that. Also, don't check his early life either. This tactic of subversion used by outside agents like writers, actors, directors, and producers is a well-known fact by an old KGB agent named Yuri Bezmenov, who bit the dust under mysterious circumstances not long before he did some interviews in USA during the Cold War when he defected from the Soviet Union, exposing how the Western world is subverted from within with various tools like the greatest brainwashing machine that is Hollywood. I encourage every one of you to watch this video that I made a year ago on this very subject and de-brainwash yourselves. The point of this video is simple. Stop being so naive and think for yourself from time to time.
Subscribe, you silly Billy!